We get the most one-sided fight in DB history and a psychic battle for the ages. Yes, they're both psychic. Screw off. All of that and more, possibly, on today's episode of BrobusCast Death Metal Edition. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of BrobusCast. I almost screwed up my intro this time, but I didn't. You are welcome. I'm your host, BrobusCast. With me today is Z-Dog.
Yes, battle, welcome to die.
And Richard.
Miss playing multiverses. Everybody, what's up?
Dang. All right. Yeah, we got things to talk about. Lots of things. Maybe not lots of things actually, but
maybe potentially.
We'll see.
Yeah. But okay. Obviously, we should start with the most recent episode that came out. And I say most recent as if it just came out yesterday. It didn't. It actually came out like a week ago. We are really behind.
You're not supposed to reveal that.
Yes, no. The lads are gonna be laughing at us, you fool.
How dare you?
The lads can laugh at whatever. They're the inferior podcast. Okay.
This is true.
Oh boy. Start the war. Oh no. Anyway, mom.
Now they're really gonna be laughing at us. God dang.
Omni-Man versus Homelander. My God. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, you guys like one-sided fights? Because if you do, then I have. Because if you do, then I have some great news for you. Holy crap. Okay, so, to the absolute shock and surprise of absolutely nobody, Omni-Man actually managed to win this fight. Oh my gosh.
What? Huh?
You just blew my fucking mind.
Oh my gosh, I am shooketh. Shooketh, I tell you.
What? No, I didn't expect this. What?
I haven't been this shocked by an obvious result since Korra versus Storm.
All right, we need to settle down. I just replaced the sarcasm meter. I know it blew up like months ago, but
fine.
I just replaced it, so let's calm down. All right.
Okay.
So yes, I don't think there is much to really say about this because we've already said as much last time, and like everybody and their grandmothers went for Omni-Man. Like,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So like, yeah. Although I will say I do like the comparison they made. You know, one is a warrior and the other is a bully.
Yeah, that's funny.
Perfect.
That's great. And I also do like how they like really made it so like everyone says like, you know, Homelander is lazy. And I'm like, well, yes, but can you blame him? Like, he lives in a world where like he's already the most powerful thing in existence. So like why would you try?
Yeah.
Exactly. What's the purpose of you just training to fight your superior equal one day? He has, at the time, he had no equal. Some could argue Black Noir is his equal, which they're not wrong, but again,
but they're also
that point in time.
Yeah, but also they're not doing that in the show, so
no, they're not.
So. Like 100%. Like the show is like it's an adaptation of the comics, but it's like as loose of an adaptation as you can get.
Exactly. Yeah. So
like it has
something smart.
Like it has a lot of the same scenarios, like the whole plane sequence that everybody knows and loves.
Yeah.
Like that it does exist in the comics, but it plays out differently. But the whole Black Noir thing, I so don't think they're gonna do that. Like to me, it seems like they're playing up Ryan a lot. Like so I think Ryan's gonna be the key.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well, for now, they are playing with, Soldier Boy's going to be the one to keep Homelander in line.
Yeah, okay,
That's
buddy.
gonna be
This
interesting.
knockoff Captain America is gonna keep Homelander in check. All right,
Hey, that
cool.
knockoff Captain America is played by Jensen Ackles, so you know your gameplays.
Yes, because I know who that is. Anyways, so what do you guys think of the analysis? Because a lot of people are complaining about it.
Man, it definitely is an analysis, and I don't really have much to say.
It's okay. All right, Omni-Man's. They did their best to avoid spoilers because the show has only gotten to the one season, but
they did kind of. I mean, they did kind of show Omni-Man on his deathbed, so like.
Yeah, exactly. So clearly, you didn't try that hard enough.
I mean, they don't say it's his deathbed, to be fair, but like, yeah.
No, but it's like anybody who has read the comics, or specifically if you look at that panel close enough, you can tell. Oh, okay, so he's obviously dying, because why else would he be saying this to whoever he's talking to?
Right.
I do like how they did hint that by the end of season 1, it's looking like he is going to be a better person, and then contrast that with Homelander.
Homelander who literally pushed a kid off the ceiling, off the roof.
And it wasn't just any kid; he pushed off his own son off the roof. Yeah.
I love watching. I love watching reactions to people who haven't watched The Boys and saw that scene.
Oh, perfect.
I'm like, I mean, I'd like to point out that the kids survived, but like, yeah.
Yeah, but like,
it didn't hurt.
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah, I mean, they did the best they could without avoiding spoilers. So, while avoiding spoilers, I mean,
yeah.
So like, whatever.
It's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't have anything outstanding to say about it besides what was just said.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so fight time, I guess.
Yeah. Fight time.
By the way, obviously, like, the editing is great, but like, what else is new?
Well,
yeah,
the
fight
sky's
time.
blue. No way.
Yeah, really. Yeah, fight time.
Yep. All right.
And frick me, it's hand drawn.
Yeah. What?
There you go.
Yeah. And what's that one like? An unexpected surprise, but a welcome one. I'm sure that should be. Anyway.
An unexpected surprise, as opposed to an expected one.
Well, I forget how the quote goes. Okay.
I was not expecting that, but I was expecting not to expect something, so it doesn't count.
I think the quote you're looking for is a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
Surprise, but okay, they made it work, so I'm not complaining.
I love watching the chat too on DB Cast when they showed the preview, because one of the guys was like, man, did you get the animators from the dang show? I'm like, well, no, but the fact that you had to ask that is interesting.
Yeah.
Good time.
Shit, man. I wish. No,
really.
Yeah. Animation looks dope.
It does.
Yeah, that's really good.
It does. It looks just like the shows.
Yeah.
More specifically Invincible, but still.
Yeah, and Homelander really translates well to the hand-drawn style.
Yeah, it does. I was surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Omni-Man does look slightly off, but it's not that big. It looks good.
It's not that big a deal.
Not that
it's
big a
better.
deal.
Okay, this Homelander model sheet, the model that they drew that is in this, it's way better than the one that is in the Justin Roiland anthology for The Boys Diabolical. Like, legit, it's just Homelander in the Rick and Morty art style, and it looks so weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a step up from light bulb Deadpool over here.
Yeah, for real, no joke.
But regardless, also like the like a third of this entire animation is set up, which is interesting. But like,
I know that's a bit of a complaint that people have been having, but like, I think it works. I think it works well, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean,
plus it really emphasizes how much of a douche Homelander is.
Yeah.
This feels like a boys episode at the beginning, and then the rest of it, it's just Invincible. Like, I like that. Like, the styles just mesh very well together. And also, too, so I think Liam may have over-exaggerated a little bit. Not everything in this was that gory. It wasn't that insane. But
we'll get to that
until
later.
the end. Until the end. Which we'll get to. But
also, hi, Debbie. Oh, she's dead.
Yeah, she is.
Oh my god, they killed Debbie. Oh no.
You bastard. I will also too. Okay, so when you see that picture of Debbie, Mark, and Nolan, that is straight from the show. But I gotta say, it's so impressive how accurate the Omni-Man model is. It almost looks too identical to
yeah, dude. You could tell me.
Model.
You could tell me that that's like a screenshot from the show, and I believe you. It's not because that doesn't exist in the show. But
yeah.
But you could tell me that it is, and I believe you.
Yeah.
I also like how I like how like at the beginning, like after Homelander makes his big grand introduction, Omni-Man like looks to the side a little bit, very briefly. That's kind of like a hint, like what is over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very clever.
And then
very good camera work.
And then all of a sudden you see, like after this big moment, you're like, oh wait, what is he looking at? Oh, nothing special. He's just looking at Debbie's freaking charred corpse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
And man, it's just like, and then again, the simplest things like him just taking a deep breath before he is about to say what he promises to do to him by the end of this confrontation. I like that little animation. It just looks so good.
I also like how Omni-Man doesn't say a freaking word in this entire monologue.
No, he's not. I mean, it's also a good work with the animation, like body language wise. You can tell, like he's kind of a little pissed off that he just killed. Again, we don't know if this is pre-redemption Omni-Man or redemption Omni-Man, but either way, you can tell that he's a little upset that Debbie is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even like pre-redemption Omni-Man, he still cared about Debbie.
Yeah, exactly.
Just not in the sense that he should have, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I just love how Omni-Man has just this like one facial expression throughout this entire confrontation. He's just looking at Homelander is like, okay, the moment you shut your mouth, I'm going to murder you.
Yeah, like me doing this, me letting you talk. This is a courtesy.
Yeah.
It's like,
I love seeing the comments too. I love seeing the comments too because like everyone's like, oh man, Omni-Man stomps so hard. How is he gonna? Like, how are they gonna make this interesting? And they showed Debbie's corpse and was like, oh, he's gonna take his sweet time.
And he does.
And he does.
Oh god, this is like, just as soon as it starts, it's like, oh my god, just that moment where he's got him pinned against the wall. He's punching him. He's grabbing him by the face, throwing him. Just again, he to him. It's like he's beating up a punching bag. He's not even beating up a person.
Yeah, someone actually... Hold on, I'm going to try to find it, but someone made a really good thread about this, like Twitter thread about this fight. and like why it's like the perfect stomp fight.
I don't disagree with that.
I can.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That'd be fantastic. All right, I found the user at least. Where the heck are you? Okay. Because it shows off Omni-Man's yeah, Omni-Man has a game plan in this entire fight. So he says, so shout out to the user name is it's me MD.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to this guy. So he says so Omni-Man's so Nolan makes a big promise. Homelander laughs it off, and then Omni-Man has a game plan. Casually surprise Homelander, belittle his purpose, let him show what he can do, if anything. Publicly humiliate him with some Viltrumite training 101. Mind shatters completely, and Homelander starts giving his all. When his all isn't enough, go through with promise and finish the job.
Yes.
So at this point, like,
That's
after this, after Homelander's like, you kid or you,
yeah, but he's like, no.
Omni-Man's like, all right. Well, first off, I'm gonna see what this guy can actually do, like, because I'm very curious. Yeah. It turns out what Homelander can do is freaking jack all.
Yeah, which that is kind of the big selling point of this. And I want to make just a quick statement. I know in Vegeta versus Thor, I complained and I made a huge complaint that the writing was not Liam's best, and it did kind of drag it down for me. This episode is the complete opposite of that. This is arguably Liam's best mature writing he's done for an episode. Like, he really gets these characters, and this animation and the way these two are portrayed, there's some deep shit going on that you don't realize until you dig deep.
Yeah.
So yeah, it really is. It's just, okay, Omni-Man is just treating this like it's nothing. To him, it's already over. It's like BrobusCast has said, Omni-Man came up with a game plan, and everything else everything prior to him throwing that punch, sucker punching him, it was just like, okay, now it begins. Let's go by this step by step.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also do appreciate that they managed to merge references.
Seamlessly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just off the bat, like, one of the worst things both of them have done right off the bat. Like,
yeah.
good seamless combination there.
Yeah.
Also, they almost run over a kid.
They do almost run over a kid.
Dear gosh.
I also gotta say, I think my favorite moment, and just again, aside from the obvious end there, but like the biggest highlight moment to me was when he was just humiliating Omni-Man by teaching him basic combat training. It's like, what's the matter? You never been touched by someone your own size? Oh, it's easy. You gotta turn your hand to reduce blood loss, and he does it, and it's like, just, oh my god, that one little moment, it reminded me of when Nolan was training Mark, but here it's more of a sadistic version of that. That's where he is intending to kill Homelander.
Yeah. Plus, it makes sense because, like, he's right. Homelander never has thrown a punch against someone his size. Because he never had to. So, yeah. Like, I like how Omni-Man can just read that. Like,
yeah.
He just knows that Homelander isn't actually much of a fighter. So...
Yeah. He is, like, he's just using his powers for intimidation, and he's not using them as a warrior, so So it's literally like a bully meeting a bigger bully who's been doing this a lot longer than he has, and it's like, oh, you've never bullied somebody like this before? Oh, it's easy. Let me teach you.
Yeah, he teaches Homelander how to fight a little bit. What a nice guy.
Exactly. What a very nice guy.
Oh wait, then they murder people. Right.
Whoops.
Then they murder people. Also, too. Okay, I was gonna save this by the end, but I will say this: people need to give Homelander some credit. He actually did disrupt Omni-Man for a short time with his supersonic scream.
Yeah,
So-
I do like how, I mean, they clearly wrote this fight to be a stomp. Because that's like it's one thing to be like a stomp as far as like just general research is concerned, but it's another thing to be a stomp so much that it's another thing to be so much of a stomp that even the casual audience can look at this and be like, yeah, what the heck is this guy gonna do?
And so that moment where he screams and he disrupts his equilibrium, it's like I've seen like you get a reaction. It's like, oh shit, Homelander's actually doing something.
Yeah, so like, but despite that, and Liam knew that was going to be the case, and was like, yeah, I'm not going to write this as a fight because it's not a fight.
This is literally a slaughter.
Yeah, but despite that, I do appreciate that Omni-Man doesn't walk away from this completely unscathed.
I mean, in this regard, it eclipses Core versus Storm because at least Homelander did some damage.
Yeah, like his ear is bleeding, his eyes are borderline burned off. I will admit I was kind of expecting him to walk away looking like garbage. Just given the nature of both shows, I kind of expected Homelander to do more damage. I get what they were doing, and I'm happy with the direction they went. But just going into it, I kind of expected more of like they're both ripping each other apart.
Yeah, exactly. Like at the bare minimum, like Homelander would have gotten some good licks in, bruises on Omni-Man's face,
or frick it,
that is
rip off his arm,
that too. Because again, a Homelander. This episode and the writing and all of us take a massive shit on him, but he is not incapable of doing severe damage with these powers. He is. It's just this episode is just written. It's like, okay, at the bare minimum, he's gonna tickle Nolan. That's it. That's all he's gonna be able to do. Everything he does, it might as well just be a tickle. But yeah, I mean. Also, too, again, little complaint that I do agree with. It is weird because Nolan, just because he's okay, no pun intended here, just because he's invincible does not mean he won't be able to feel pain. Because if you watch the Guardians of the Globe fight with him,
he gets messed up.
Yeah, they fucked him up. They didn't just punt. They didn't leave anything to chance. They made sure if they were gonna go down, they were gonna at least try to do some damage, and they did. So I really would have liked it if, when Nolan is getting blasted with heat vision, maybe you could have emphasized that. Okay, like in this moment, it's another trickery where, oh shit, Homelander's actually doing some damage. Oh my god! It's like he may actually be able to do something severe, and then you have Omni-Man power through it, and then you know what?
Yeah.
But nope. He literally does his Superman impression where it's like, oh, is this supposed to hurt me? Because it kind of isn't. It's not even an inconvenience.
I will say, like, I do appreciate, I know I expected this to be, like, both of them mess each other up. But I will say I do kind of like this direction more. That said, though, I do kind of wish that Omni-Man actually lost his sight instead of just being like, this ain't too bad. I just have singe marks on my eyes. No big deal.
Yeah, because I mean, yes, Viltron's healing factors, they are good. But let me put it to you this way: if you lose a limb or an eyeball, that's gone. That's not coming back. So I do kind of wish that, yeah, maybe he would have just burned one of his eyes, and then he's blind in one eye, and then that's when he starts to just be like, okay, I've played around enough. I've humored him enough. It's time to end this.
Yeah. And speaking of end this,
I think.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, dear gosh.
Okay, all right, hold on. The build up to this. Can we talk about how good the fucking build up to this was?
Yeah. Okay. So
Like,
I'm not gonna talk about the voice
Omni-Man.
acting just yet,
Mhm.
but Homelander's like just
Speech.
yeah, just his speech is like, geez, okay, like okay, yes, Homelander is a screeching man baby, but like he's still a scary screeching man baby. So like
He literally is throwing.
I do appreciate that they got that across.
Yes, no, like he is. He's threatening him with temper tantrums, and then like again, it would have been nice if this would have been a cool an added line, but it didn't need to be, because at that moment, as soon as he was just ranting, you could just feel Omni-Man wanting to say, "Just shut up," and then boom, that's when the kill happens. Like he's like, "I've had enough of you talking."
Yeah.
No, here's Homelander's biggest mistake was threatening Mark.
Yeah, I was gonna say he mentioned his son, and then like, okay, time for you to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like
Time
no
to die.
more playing around. This was to me.
My wife
I
is one
broke
thing,
you.
but you threaten my son, you're dead.
Yeah, exactly. Which
Mhm.
that does a great job of showing. Again, I love that they don't give us a straight answer in this fight. It's like, is this
Yeah.
Omni-Man after he's redeemed, or is this before? But either way, it's like it does such a great job of just showing. It's like Omni-Man is not who he says he is. Like there is a part of him that believes that he can change, and I like that.
Mhm.
Jeff dying and Mark being threatened shows that.
But he still cares about his son enough to like,
Yeah, like I said, even pre-redemption,
Although,
like he still cares about his family. Just
yeah.
he more so cares about them,
it's
it's just that he more so cares about them for his own personal gains, not the fact that they're his actual freaking family.
Exactly, yes. And again, but also too, let's really be realistic here. Hypothetically, let's say if Omni-Man somehow lost to Homelander, do you really believe that you have any chance of killing Mark?
No, but he
Like,
probably would have.
realistically.
No, he probably would have followed through on the rest of his threat.
Yeah.
Because at this point, his public image is basically ruined.
Yes,
so at this point, Homelander's like, all right, screw. You know what? Screw my public image. I just want you dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's actually talk about the death.
Dear
Okay,
gosh.
so it literally starts off with Homelander getting his jaw ripped out, like, and that's when you know and that right there, that's when you know, like, this is gonna get messed up.
No. Oh, and it does.
And I appreciate that this is a so obviously show only fans don't know this, but this is a reference to Homelander's canonical death, where he gets his jaw punched off. I mean, actually, now that I think about it, it also could be a reference to Diabolical. Oh well.
Yeah, either one is logical.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then he goes for the heart, and he follows through on his promise again. What a nice guy.
He's a man of his word. Might as well consider it.
Yeah, exactly. And then just the one silhouette shot that I love. You see Omni-Man is red. He's in red silhouette. Homelander is blue, and then just him shoving the heart down his throat, and then of course now swallow it, and then crushing his head was
What's
his
like-
beating heart
Red Brush
inside
reference, by the
of
way.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that was overkill. Come on, like I like it, but like, dear gosh,
And
I
that
wanted-
shot, okay, that shot of Homelander like with the heart in his mouth and his jaw like dislocated, like that is actually freaking horrifying.
That, and if you notice, one of his eyes is swollen, so he's only got the one.
Yeah,
eye
and the other one's tearing up. He's crying.
my
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
Liam, dude, Liam,
You need
you
therapy.
are a sick bastard. I love it.
Yeah, Liam is an absolutely like
No.
sickening person, and I kind of love him for it.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
No joke. If I, oh my god, if I will be surprised if somebody watched this and they threw up from how grotesque it
Amber
was.
almost did. Did you see her reaction? She almost threw
I
up.
did, yes.
Oh gosh.
Anyways, I also love how the whole death is like, it's like 3 different references in one. So like, I mentioned I mentioned the jaw thing. Homelander's head getting crushed is a reference to Red Rush, and then the shot right after is literally the Think meme.
Yes.
And I will constantly kick myself for it when I was watching it during my reaction. I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it until after until I was editing, so I threw in a little gag at the end. Just it's like, that's the Think meme, you idiot, with like that wheeze sound effect.
Yeah.
From like 2015 or something. I don't remember.
Oh my god. Okay, so.
Okay, so elephant in the room.
Big elephant in the room.
So the fight's a little short. The fight's a little on the short side.
Yeah. What did it clock in at? Just under 3 minutes, if I'm correct.
Something like that, and that includes the setup.
Yes.
So it's a real teeny episode. Which
it's longer than Macho Man and Kool-Aid Man. There's that.
okay, but that's not a regular Death Battle episode, so it kind of makes sense. But on the other hand, so okay. So I will admit, when I watched it for the first time, yes, I did agree. Like, this fight's a little short, and I was a little let down by it. But I also do say in the exact same video that is upon first watch.
Yeah.
I don't think it's exactly okay. So, on one hand, I don't agree with this. Okay, yes, it's short, but I don't agree with it being a complaint anymore because of what the fight was doing.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's almost as if, again, to get meta here for a second, the crew themselves knew that when they were going to do this, that there was no way in hell they were going to have this be a fight. It couldn't be a fight because it wasn't a fight. And Liam purposely wrote it to just be a slaughter. It was not like, yes, Homelander threw in. He did some damage.
Sure, but say what you will about the other stomp fights we've been having. But at the very least for them, there's something to consider for all of them, at least from a casual front.
It's true, but here there's nothing.
But here, like, anybody who's watched Invincible, at least Invincible, will tell you that Omni-Man was absolutely going to mop the floor with Homelander.
It's true, yes. And I would have to say, like, in that regard, like, because I've seen people complain about it. I've seen people just the most positive thing they have to say about this is the setup and the kill shot. But overall, as a product, yeah, their literal complaint is it's too short. It should have been longer. Which, yes, there is good reasons for it to be longer. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
but
yeah, okay, let's get that out of the way. Okay, so on one hand, I don't agree with it being short being a problem, but on the other hand, I don't think it's a lot to ask or a lot to complain about for other people. Like, because when I voiced my opinion in a Discord server, and I saw a lot of people voice the same opinion, the people who thought ahead before anyone else did, which that happens. Like people know what the fight's going to be and how it plays out. Like they have that sort of critical thinking. So they knew going into it, like, yeah, this isn't going to be a fight. This is going to be a slaughter, and the fight's going to play that out too. And then it did, and people knew that, and it was like, all right, cool. But the people who didn't, who expected this to be, a fight, were let down. So I don't think it's too much to ask for a few more scenes of Homelander actually doing something.
Yeah, like an extra minute would have been nice, but again, whether it be budgetary reasons or Liam's own desire to really play up that, no, I'd rather just have it be the way it is, because at least then it gets the point across. Like again, going back to what BrobusCast says, as soon as Homelander revealed that he killed Debbie, and as soon as, or even before he even said it, like, as soon as Nolan looks off and he sees Debbie's charred corpse, that's when you knew this was already over. There was nothing that Homelander could do. And he did some things, but it was futile. But, I mean, I think what separates this from other Stomp fights, at least from what I've seen from the few people who have made a good argument for it, like we're trying to do, it kind of is still a good fucking... It's probably the best entertaining Stomp fight to watch.
Probably.
Because it is. It's like... I really hate to keep bringing up Thor versus Storm, but it's the only really most recent one I can think of where you're not entertained. You are entertained by it, and you're just along to see how this plays out. Whereas compared to that, it was more or less, okay, here's an Omega level mutant against a girl who is at best continent level. What more can we do? What more do you want us to do? Like, and there you go. So, at least with this one, I think the more and more I've watched it, and the more and more reactions I've seen to it that have pretty much echoed how short it is, it's not like it didn't. It being short doesn't mean it didn't leave some kind of impression, because it did. I can most.
No, it definitely did.
Oh yeah.
I mean, frick me,
so,
the fight's got 3 million views now. What in the world?
Whoa.
Yeah, it is the highest. It's the fastest, highest viewed episode of this season, and it is also responsible for getting the Death Battle YouTube channel to 5 million subs. Like, so this episode, whether you like it or not, and again, there are reasons for. I can see, like, I guarantee you, I can see people putting this at number 15 or maybe 16 at the bottom of the list when they do their rankings for this season, just because of these factors
I'm
alone.
Not sure.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. No, well, either way, whether you like it or not, this episode not only happened, but it has done more for Death Battle as a YouTube channel than the other fights have, and that is insane.
Yeah.
Heck, it might have done more. It might have done more for this channel than any episode of season 8 did. And which, to be fair, like there are episodes of season 8 that have more views, but they've also been out for longer.
It's true. Like I don't think I've seen an episode that has brought more attention to Death Battle like this since Goku vs. Superman 1.
Well, I mean, there's like several years of the show, so I mean, there's probably something you missed. But
probably. I mean, well,
but that doesn't matter.
No, No, this fight. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I fucking love this episode. I would even go as far to say I love this episode more than Vegeta versus Thor. If you put a gun to my head and just had to make me choose between the two, I would probably. Oh my God, BrobusCast is gonna kill me, but
it's fine. It's fine.
But I would say. No, it's not. Yeah, it's totally fine. But I would say.
I disagree, but.
Yeah, no, but
I like whatever.
I would say that this is probably gonna go in my number 2 ranking for the season.
I'm still deciding. It's not beating Vegeta versus Thor for me, but
yeah,
for the rest of the season, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean,
but we'll see.
Yeah,
but we are skimming over a few more aspects of this episode, so
sure.
Let's circle back a bit.
Yes. Let us transition because we talked about how this fight sounded.
Yeah, so let's actually talk more about that. So voice acting wise, we got Tom Shulk as Omni-Man because why the heck not? And then we called it Yang Ye. I assume that's how you pronounce his name. Came back to reprise his role as Homelander.
Yay.
So this might be a bit of blasphemy because I know I said that Tom's performance as Dio is like the greatest performance in death metal history, and I still kind of think it is. But as far as this episode is concerned, I think I actually like Yang Ye more.
You know, you're not wrong, and I kind of have to concur with that. Like, Homelander might as well just be the goddamn MVP of this whole fucking fight, because really, when you look at it,
which is really funny because he got the crap kicked out of him, but like, yeah.
It's from his perspective, almost.
Yeah. Just that entire opening monologue, like, he just sells how much of a douche Homelander is.
Well, not just that, he nails the mannerisms that Anthony portrays for live action Homelander. Like, the dude clearly did his homework. He knows it's scary on how accurate this Homelander was. And I just gotta say, it's like, even when he was throwing these tantrums, I was legit. I was like, oh my God. It's like, I'm feeling more towards Homelander than I am Omni-Man. What's going on?
And then he starts dying, and he's like, you know, Yang Ye is actually like freaking crying when Homelander is getting killed. Like
he put in
I'm
all
like,
the
okay,
work.
like I'm like, okay, look, I know the voice actors have a lot of power and everything, but what on actual earth is the steroids that Yang Ye takes to make sounds like that? Like, oh my gosh, like it is terrifying. Like, okay, Homelander's a piece of crap.
It really is.
No debate about that. But what I saw him go through, like what I saw, I wouldn't say I feel bad for him, but like what I saw him go through, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemies. And add in Yang Ye's like genuine crying, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, good lord.
I'm sorry to say this, but I think the rest of the voice acting talent this season is not going to match that. I'm sorry. Like, I know we're less than 11 episodes in, to go, but just Jesus, man. How do you top that? How do you even come close to having that kind of dedication?
Yeah.
Like, it feels like in this first half, the voice acting has just been getting better and better and better, and it's getting harder and harder to top with each episode, but god dang it, man, they're trying.
And then Tom, like, I mean, he's J.K. Simmons. Like, he sounds just like him.
Yeah.
Like, it's impressive, but like, that's I mean, I'm impressed, and I'm happy to see him back. But like,
Same
I don't know.
here,
It's
but
like,
he might as
it's
well
like,
just be
it's
there.
so like it's so weird because like on one hand, like it is a great performance, and Omni-Man is freaking terrifying in this fight.
Oh yeah, no, like we talked about references, but I love how they somewhat pseudo referenced that line, like what's the matter? Are you gonna cry? Are you gonna piss and shit? Are you gonna, you know what? Like, I love how they put that in there, but it was just, are you gonna cry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, god dang it, now it's given birth to the Bully Maguire versus.
Gosh, freaking dang it.
That's so good.
Look at little Homelander Jr. Gonna cry.
Gosh, freaking
so
dang
good.
it. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I mean, on one hand, like it's so weird because on one hand, this is like up there with some of Tom's best performances on the show, which, considering his performances in the past, is actually pretty dang impressive. But then, like, on the other hand, I don't know. Like, I mean, compared to Yang, like he might as well just, like Richard said, like he might as well just be there. Like Yang actually like goes above and beyond, and not to say that Tom's performance wasn't impressive. I want to hammer in this idea because I know people are gonna misconstrue what I'm saying and be like, "Oh, BrobusCast didn't like Tom Schalk's performances, Omni-Man." No, screw off. I freaking loved it. It's just compared to Homelander, it's like, good lord.
Tom just came in, he did the work, and that's it. Fucking Yanye, he just came in and he's like, I'm going to give the best performance of this episode, and he did.
Hey, you want
hell, it's ludicrous. It's God.
Okay, like, you want to know what's really funny about Yanye being as talented of a voice actor as he is? He's a game journalist. This man is a YouTuber. This man is a game journalist YouTuber. Who has, like, I don't know, like, I mean, like, Tom Schalk is no, like, professional voice actor by any means, but, like,
no.
But, like, he does, like, voice skits on the side on his channel. And compared to Yanye, whose main attraction on YouTube is game news, is video game news. So he goes from that to one of the most heart-wrenching death performances I've ever heard in my life. It's weird.
Yeah. It obviously blows his previous performance as Homelander out of the goddamn water.
Well, I mean, he has 3 lines, so, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go. Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, you know, like, if things still, you know, like, I'm just saying, you know, hey, Amazon, if things ever get out of hand with Anthony again, I would just hire Yanye to, you know, like do some voiceover for
Diabolical, at least.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because
obviously, like, live action is a
Yanye,
completely different story.
Yeah, no, but I would like to see Yanye be in more boys related stuff. I really feel like they should reach out to him and just be like, hey, so we're doing this boys audio drama. Do you want to be the voice of Homelander?
Yeah, I'd be down for that, honestly.
All right, one last thing that's really funny before we move on to the music. So Tom Schalk before was the voice of Dio.
Yes.
Yanye,
man.
Well, okay, sure, but Dio's the one that's important for what I'm about to say.
Fair.
Yanye actually does have a voice role in JoJo. He's the voice of, I apologize if I get this name wrong, because it's in part 6, which I haven't watched yet. He's the main villain, Enrico Pucci, I think his name is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it.
Which, considering what that character, that character, what I do know is that he considers Dio like a best friend of his.
Oh yeah.
So like, it's kind of funny to me that he goes from voicing a character who is who considers Dio his best friend to voicing a character who's going up against another character who's voiced by someone who voiced Dio in the past. That's just kind of funny to me.
That is kind of funny. My gosh.
All right, music time. All right, first off, the name sucks. I'm just gonna be upfront.
Yeah.
Why?
Why not just call it Diabolical? How hard was that?
Diabolically Invincible. There you go. Fixed it.
Well, even that, it's just like, they're not, that's not their thing. The other of them are the right thing. Like, what? No. That's, yeah. I don't know. Like, but whatever. It's not the worst thing ever. It's not the worst
it's really
name
not.
ever. It's just,
anyways, the name
come
sucks.
on.
The track rocks.
Yeah.
So this track is very, very different from what we're used to. Instead of going for your traditional hard rock like the last fight did, this time instead it goes for a bit more of like an electronic synthwave sort of thing. Sort of reminiscent of the song that plays. I'm not gonna say its full name because screw you. The song that plays when Omni-Man is flying through the planet, like he's invading the Flaxen planet.
yeah.
Like that song. You know what I'm talking about. It's basically a giant reference to that.
Yeah.
But also, what's really interesting, well, actually, first off, shout out to Brandon for giving us another set of 2 vocal tracks in a row.
Agreed.
But also, if I can find them, because I did post the lyrics in our chat. Some of the lyrics actually play during certain scenes of the fight. So the track is a lot longer than the actual fight is. I'm just so you know.
That's fair.
But a lot of the lyrics actually play reference to events that happen in the fight. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, okay, as the plane goes down, do I make it look easy? A plane goes down in the fight. It actually plays in that same moment, so that's fine.
Whoa.
Oh god.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Knocked out, your jaw's on the ground. Yeah, you can eat your little evil heart out and let the people all around you see your real face. Doesn't this sound familiar?
Yeah.
So that's fun. Is it spoiler? Is it a spoiler? I mean, probably, but like, who the heck cares? As like for this fight at least, like who the heck cares? Like, was Homelander really gonna win this fight? Be honest with me. Like, was there any possible misconstrued way you could bullcrap a win for Homelander? Just gonna throw that out there. Like, it's like, it is spoilerly, more than most likely, but who cares?
But also, who cares?
Yeah. But also, I'm just gonna say, this track is vibin'. I like it.
It is. It's flat.
Man.
Well, Zeog's gonna go to bad music taste hell, apparently.
Oh yeah, boy. Obviously, it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. It's
Yeah,
just,
I know.
I don't know. I guess just.
I'm just messing with you.
I know. Gosh. I mean,
I mean,
it works.
like,
It works in the fight. I don't know. I guess I just.
I mean, it's probably. I mean, like, it's without a doubt my least favorite of the vocal tracks. But considering the competition, I don't think that's being bad.
Yeah, that's not.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
No.
It's just that one is like actually like surprisingly good, and the other is Princess of Pride. So like, you know,
It's true.
pick your poison, really.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, no, this isn't top of Princess of Pride. I don't know why this is a question, but no. The answer is no.
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 Yeah.
So yeah, it's a fight. Very short, very sweet, and cathartic. Cause screw this freaking guy.
Yeah.
That's my favorite selection. Liam even brought it up on cast, which just happened today. We're behind. Like he even said like one of my favorite comments that we get a lot on this episode is like I knew going into this that Omni-Man was gonna win, but on the other hand, like it's Homelander. Like at the very least he's stomping Homelander.
Yeah.
So like I don't care. And I'm like I mean yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, like, one is a homicidal, genocidal alien who eventually redeems himself and sacrifices himself at the very end, and the other is a screeching test tube baby who acts like a man-child and dies the same douchebag he always is. So, you know, pick your poison.
Yep. Basically. Yeah.
Either way you slice it, no matter who wins, no matter who loses, the universe they come from wins.
Yeah.
It's true.
Because like screw both these guys.
On that note, So on that note, can the next boys-related episode be Soldier Boy versus Captain America?
No.
How dare you ruin my dreams?
I actually would like to see like more of the Seven. Obviously, the next boys fight is probably like Billy versus Stain, but like
let's go.
But I would like to see more of like the actual Seven.
Yeah.
Especially since especially since
well,
Homelander in the comics and in the show are different people more or less. But in general, like you still get the same idea. From everything I've gathered, the rest of the Seven are very different from how they are in the show.
This is true. I mean, well, I've been saying I want Soldier Boy versus Captain America just because I'm a huge Jensen Ackles fan. And also speaking of that, so today they actually did drop a promo of Soldier Boy, Jensen Ackles doing an anti-drug promo. Doesn't go well.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah. So,
anyways,
I would. I think we need to see more.
No. Episode was good. Hey, look, it proved everyone wrong. No way.
Oh my gosh, I am so shocked. Real talk. This might be like one of the worst waiting periods for a death battle. Holy crap.
Probably.
Yeah. No. Well, no joke. After what this episode has done, I think it's very obvious. I think they gotta be like, okay, we need to do more boys episodes in the future.
Probably, and then bring in Invincible.
Do more for BuzzFeed. Yeah.
Yes, please, more Invincible. Please,
actually, no. Wait.
Please do.
Wait on Invincible himself until we get more of the show, because season 1 Invincible does jack all.
Yeah, I would at least wait till like maybe season 3 to do like to do Mark versus Gohan?
Or Superboy. I've also heard Superboy. And I just killed this entire call. After I said Superboy, everyone went quiet. Okay, there we go.
I mean,
What?
at least I was saying, at least he has a chance of beating Superboy.
Does he?
Does he though?
I mean, yeah. If it's Connor Kent's Superboy, yes, he absolutely does.
I don't know. I've heard. I don't know. I've heard a very fluctuating stats for Superboy, so I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, it depends.
Well,
Like, if you're talking about Jonathan Kent Superboy, then yeah, Invincible gets clapped. But if it's Connor Kent Superboy, then Mark has a chance.
The point is,
That's true.
The point is, I just don't want Superboy and Gohan to fight each other. That's really my point.
This is true.
Honestly, yeah.
When it comes, at that point, I don't really care who eats Invincible alive for breakfast. But as long as they don't fight each other, I don't really much care.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've also heard Sam Alexander, I think it is for Invincible.
Oh,
so maybe
Nova,
we'll also do
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Nova.
Yeah, Nova. That
Specifically
would be
Sam-
interesting.
Specifically Sam, not Reed Richards. Or not Reed Richards. No,
Reed Richards.
whatever his name is. Whatever his name
Richard
is.
Ryder. Richard Ryder.
Richard Ryder, yeah.
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 So,
Also,
He's-
everyone who said that this was Amazon's idea was wrong.
good. Wait,
Because
what? No way.
and no, I don't just mean that they forced them to do this, because that was obviously wrong.
Yeah.
But people were wrong in the sense that they even approached them at all. This was something they've been talking about doing for ages, and Liam specifically pushed for it. And this was apparently one of the first matchups that got cemented into the season. Once they started planning the season, Liam really started pushing all right, I want to do Omni-Man versus Homelander because I have a really good idea on how that fight could go. And Ben was like, okay.
Well, there you go.
So, no, Amazon had no involvement in this. They're just fans. So, everyone who, specifically Reddit, because screw Reddit, everyone who said that this was Amazon's idea in any way, shape, and form, you are wrong. So go outside once in a while.
There you go. All right.
Anyways, Amazon rant aside, because obviously that's something to do with this. What am I talking about?
Yeah, no. We have a next time.
Do you want another tease fight? No? Good, because here's another tease fight.
Well, okay. Yeah, but hey, it's more M&A. Yeah.
M&A.
More
anime.
More M&A time.
It's more anime and Marv and comic.
Yeah, like that, you just ruined 50% of the community. Okay.
No regrets.
No regrets. Magneto versus Tetsuo. Spare a thought for everyone who thought this was going to be Mewtwo, by the way.
Damn it. Why?
We're never getting Mewtwo back.
No, we are. Don't say that.
If you say he's gonna fight Frieza, I'm gonna laugh.
We'll get
No,
Mewtwo.
no, say that.
We'll get
Good,
Mewtwo again eventually, just not now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, yeah.
I
Anyone who
don't think they're gonna be able to do it.
anyone
We'll
who
see. We'll see.
anyways, anyone who genuinely thought that this was going to be Mewtwo, I feel so bad for you. But why? I mean, I would have been down. I'm not saying it would have been a bad episode. I'm just saying it was obviously going to be Magneto.
I mean, yeah. Even though it was someone who wanted Mewtwo, and even though I honestly think Mewtwo is the better idea between the two, but it was going to be Magneto. There's no way it wasn't.
Yeah.
So.
It's like I said, if they showed Magneto, I would have had some questions. I would have been like, oh, okay, so this guy's got 500 opponents.
Dr. Polaris time, baby, let's go.
Thank God it wasn't Darth Vader.
I'm more so happy it wasn't Dr. Polaris, because screw all those memes. But anyways,
Magnet Man, come on,
but,
Magnets.
Or it could be
Magnet Man.
that Magnet villain. Or it could be that Magnet villain from, the Drake Bell superhero movie. I forget his name.
or it could have been Pyrrha, because
it's not the-
magnets.
But no, it was Tetsuo. Well, okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's Tetsuo. Who would have freaking guessed?
Whoa.
Yeah. Once they showed Tetsuo, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I know exactly where this is going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
So we did preparation.
We did some preparation at least. Because
we did.
three of us watched Akira and 2 of us finished it. So, one of us may or may not have been sleep deprived while watching it. I'm not gonna name any names.
No, absolutely not.
No, absolutely.
I'm not gonna say who. It doesn't freaking matter.
No, because we're not here to judge the damn. We're not here to judge the damn film or the manga. Although, real quick, just gotta say, not entirely impressed with Akira as a film. I'm sorry. I know it's regarded as like the greatest anime film ever made, but I'm sorry. It didn't click with me. I did like the moments when Tetsuo became a bad guy. But other than that, it's just like...
It's just confusing.
The best thing I can say about this film is that it is indeed the most strikingly visual anime film I've seen in an 80s film. Like, holy shit.
Okay, in an 80s film, yeah, sure.
Yeah, obviously, I was more of a Ghost in the Shell man myself, so... There's that.
It was just confusing. I was watching it, and I'm like, they just kind of jump into everything right off the bat, and I'm like, okay, cool. Who is this guy? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? I know this is Tetsuo because he's coming up in the next death battle, but I don't know who any of these other people are, and they don't do any job of making sure you know who they are.
Whoops.
I mean, I know who the main guy is, the one on the motorcycle, because he's responsible for that motorcycle being translated into legit every fucking bit of animation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah. But then Magneto. Magneto's pretty cool.
He is cool.
yeah.
We have some exposure to Magneto, the cartoons, the movies, the other movies.
I watched the second half of First Class. I missed the first half because I was watching it on TV. I watched all of Days of Future Past, and that's it. So yay me.
I watched X-Men 1, 2, and 3. I saw the 90s cartoon. I saw X-Men Evolution, which, by the way, in my opinion, because I'm a king, so my opinion is superior.
And now it's quiet. Oh boy. Oh joy. Oh, my phone died. Okay, hold on.
It's so funny.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Could you
Could
you please repeat that? Because so fun story. So my internet wasn't really working out for me for a little bit when before we started. So I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna set up a hotspot on my phone and connect my computer to that, so I don't have so I have better internet connection. Turns out my phone just up and died. So
oh shit.
So there goes my hotspot. Thanks Apple. So after So I got I am a king, so my opinion is superior, or whatever you were saying, and then you just went quiet.
Okay. I was gonna say, in my personal opinion, X-Men Evolution is a better X-Men cartoon than the '90s cartoon.
Is that spicy? I feel like that's spicy.
It's very
Probably.
spicy, yes, because everybody
Okay.
praises the '90s cartoon to high heaven.
The '90s show's on Disney Plus, right?
Yes, it is. It's coming
Alright,
back as a revival.
All right, I might give it a
Cool.
watch.
It's pretty tight. It's pretty okay. Again, I would recommend that just for the fucking theme song alone.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
No. Oh wait, I also saw Wolverine in the X-Men because Magneto was in that too. He actually fulfilled his dream, and he made an island where all mutants can live together.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Until the government decided to invade that, kill him, and his daughter was and his other daughter was basically, stricken with grief, and she just decided to, become a mad person.
Fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't really have much. I mean, I don't think I've really seen anything with Mag. I know, like, what he does, what he can do. I just haven't really had much exposure to him, admittedly, but, I know, basically. I've seen clips of him, and I know what he's about.
Then,
and all that and stuff.
And then obviously, who can forget Marvel vs. Capcom, or really any media that he's in where he's voiced by Tom Kane.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Which
He is the.
which also too.
He is or was rest in peace. Not really. The de facto voice for Magneto. If you say otherwise, you are incorrect.
Yes, absolutely. That's good. Oh, so yeah. So good news is, by the time we're recording this, we did mention it earlier, but the cast came out today, and we got to see a sneak peek of the animation. Creek. Yes, we got to see a sneak creek.
Sneak
There's the
peek.
title of this video.
Yay! Sneak creek.
Thank you. Very cool. All right.
You're welcome.
Yes, we did get a sneak peek. It's sprites. Who would have freaking guessed?
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, right? What, were you expecting 3D?
With a Magneto sprite this good, okay, look, real talk. I know MVC2 has some great sprites, but even on that front, they went hard on Magneto.
Yeah.
Magneto legit has one of the best MVC2 sprites ever, and that is high praise.
Yeah.
Very high price.
I definitely think so. Also, not to mention, I don't think Tetsuo would look that good in 3D, honestly.
No, probably not.
No.
Probably.
That forehead alone wouldn't look good.
Not. That forehead, yeah.
Yeah. So.
So yeah. And then Tetsuo sprite is completely custom. If anybody can find good Tetsuo sprites out there, let me know, and I will send them to Tiki, because he's apparently been searching for good Tetsuo sprites since 2016.
Also the ones used on Multiverse Match weren't that good. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was gonna say never mind. I was gonna say he knows someone who worked with Tetsuo sprites, but I guess they said it was. I don't know.
I'm just gonna pretend to know what you're talking about.
The Multiverse Match.
I know that much. And at that
okay.
point, I'm just like,
Okay.
whoop.
Okay. Well, okay.
Anyways, also this is the bleakest background setting I've ever seen.
I kind of love it.
Oh no, it's fantastic. The minute I saw that first frame, I'm like, all right, right off the bat, this is a very pretty yet dark fight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? That is fitting. I kind of expected more of a sunset background, but I will survive. I don't know. It's just every sprite artist ever, every sprite render artist ever put it in a sandy, not really sandy because it's still a city. A broken down sunset background. Sort of like how Akira is. Always when Tetsuo shows up, and my internet's out again. That's I'm just gonna keep talking.
Well, no boy.
Oh well, it's back now. Awesome. Were you guys like silent, or was my internet out?
We were silent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were silent.
Oh, okay, so my internet wasn't out. Joy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Anyways, Tetsuo do be kind of dominating right now.
Oh well.
I mean, he does
Okay,
get his
I
arm
wonder-
cut off, which is pretty standard from what I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is obviously supposed to be a reference to when he gets it not
Cut
cut
it.
off, but he gets it
He
lost
will do it.
in the actual film.
Yeah.
So he's definitely gonna build one or get it
Yeah.
replaced somehow. So that's gonna be
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah. It is a little slow, but like, did anybody expect this to be a super high-paced fight? Like I know Magneto is pretty. I know Magneto's pretty fast, but like he's not really known for being a speedster character.
No, not really.
I
I mean, we'll have to wait and see.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But I will say,
Yeah.
it's like, the look of this episode is definitely intriguing to me.
yeah.
I really like how it captures the city of Akira very well, and the sprites are so fucking fluid. Even that first hand-drawn animation, that's so good.
Oh gosh, it was so good.
More.
I can't tell if that's Zach or Luis. It's probably most likely Zach.
Probably.
Maybe.
But oh man, this is like even the way the capes like these capes move, it's so good.
Yeah.
And from what little we could hear of the track, it sounded okay.
That sounds pretty
Liam
good.
did say the track is bopping.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we'll see.
Yep.
We also got a glimpse of the voices, and we know who they are this time. Huzzah!
Yay! And both are returning.
Both are returning, and one of them is a reprisal role. Edward Bosco is back as Magneto. Huzzah!
Wahoo!
You had to get Edward back as
Yeah.
Magneto. There was just no other way.
Yeah.
And
then, of all people, Joshua Waters is Tetsuo.
yeah, holy shit! That
Definitely
was
didn't see that
unexpected.
coming.
That's neat.
No,
It's neat.
He actually does a pretty good Joshua Seth impersonation. Or granted, it has been a hot minute since I've rewatched Wally versus Sonic, but
Yeah.
if that's just his regular voice, then still good. I like it.
Mhm.
But oh man, it is. I don't know about anybody else, but I legit had a stupid smile on my face hearing Edward back as
Yeah, 'cause it's
Magneto.
been so long.
For real.
It really has.
Like, let me put this into perspective. The last time Edward Bosco was on this channel, not just in Death Battle, but on this channel, was Darkseid. Let that
Yeah.
sink in.
Jeez.
It's been so freaking long.
Yeah, no. So it is. I think they personally they had to reach out to him and get him to voice Magneto. Because again, his Magneto voice is, oh my god.
It's so. It sounds so much like Tom Kane.
It sounds it sounds like a combination of Tom Kane and Ian McKellen. It's so good. It really is. I love it. And also the banter for both of them, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's neat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, also we should mention before we get into it, Tiki's writing this one.
Yes.
Hey, boy.
Congrats,
Debut-
Tiki.
Let's go.
Debut script. We'll see how that goes. I haven't seen Tetsuo's preview yet because I was busy today and cast.
It's
but-
actually pretty good.
But I did see Magneto's preview and obviously the fight preview. It's pretty good so far.
Yeah, so far it's good. I can't see Tetsuo's right now, but
Yeah.
Okay.
it's good.
I did
I
see
think it's good.
Tetsuo's. It's good. It's very good.
That's good.
I choose to believe you.
Mhm.
And then not only that, but he's also the lead researcher on Tetsuo, so that's good.
That's appropriate.
And then our boy Speedy is lead researcher on Magneto.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know I said this in our chat, but it is so weird. I feel I can say this now because I posted our Among Us video. We play Among Us with this freaking guy.
Yeah. He's cool. Except when he kills me, and then he's not cool. Or then again, he didn't kill me in those games. Anyway.
But yeah, he's cool, and the fact that he's now got 3 characters under his belt. They also all wear red, which is very interesting. I never even noticed it until I made my card for him.
Yeah, they're all red and
Yeah.
And he even pointed out, like, I didn't realize how much red my lineup is so far. And I'm like, yeah, that's something I noticed too.
Yeah. Weird.
So yeah, so I will take 1 dead Tetsuo for 100, please.
Oh yeah. Okay. No. Let's not lie. This Tetsuo gonna die.
He gonna die.
Yeah.
Like,
He's so
I would-
gonna die.
if you want a preference for how fucked Tetsuo is, go watch Nemesis's prediction video. He legit every Magneto has pretty much gone toe to toe with the best of the best in the Marvel universe, and he survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
So
I'm just gonna put the nail in Tetsuo's coffin right now. Magneto's an Omega level mutant, and that's basically everything you need to hear.
Yeah, Tetsuo at best. There was a feat where he did destroy a satellite, but that pretty much rounded out to being multi-continent. So
I have heard a planet level feat, but I'm not sure what it is.
that's it's like, that's where he I think puts a hole in the moon, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
Or manages to put a hole in the moon.
At best he's planet level. At worst he's multi-continent. But then you have Magneto over here. When BrobusCast says Omega level mutant.
All right, let me put this into perspective. So, Manifold, who is not an Omega level mutant, he's able to fold the universe, the Marvel universe, might I add, into such a small piece of paper that he can simply walk across it in a single step. He's folding the universe like it's paper. And he's an alpha level mutant.
Yeah. So that does put Magneto at potential solar system level.
No, that's multiversal, my guy.
Okay.
Because that's the Marvel universe. That's not just the universe. That's the Marvel universe, which is by the way 120 times larger than our own, by Death Metal's own admission. So,
fair.
So, and okay, actually, on the note of Universal, so Z-Dog, you might know more about this than me, because not only have you watched Akira, but you've also seen the Multiverse episode.
Yeah, plus I know a lot of people, the context. So basically, there is an argument to be made for universal level Tetsuo by basically becoming one with the universe at the.
Oops.
My thumbs hitting the end call button. All right. Okay.
He gone.
Yeah. Yep. Sorry. Okay. So there is an argument to be made. I'm so sorry. There's an argument to be made for universal level, at least universal level Tetsuo, via being one with the universe, via merging with Akira at the end of the movie. Problem is, basically, to do that, he basically died. That's literally how he dies in the movie, by letting Akira absorb his body. Like basically, his body can't handle it, and like he disintegrates into nothingness basically. So like you could give that to him, but like it wouldn't make any sense, and like that's literally how he dies. So like it shouldn't be an argument of like bracket in their IMO, and like even if you did, like we said, the folding the Marvel universe in half and like being an Omega level mutant kind of screws him over. So, because like, and I'm sure, I mean, I could be wrong, but hasn't Magneto like fought with like multiversal level characters, or am I?
He's fought Thor. So
he's fought some of the most powerful top S Avengers and Marvel characters, and he survived via his own skill alone. So
also, like, okay, so Tetsuo can react to lasers. That's cute. Magneto freaking reacted to Mjolnir.
Yeah. Watch it gets faster. It gets faster this time. Even though
it gets faster again.
I mean, also,
but, like,
okay. I do think they are going to, for the purposes of this, I do think they possibly are going to do what they did for Vegeta versus Thor. They are going to severely nerf Magneto to a point where, okay, here's where Magneto is via nerf. Now, here is Magneto when we tell you all the crazy shit he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they do have to, and again, I know a lot of people complain about that. It's like, oh, why are they hiding information from us? Why are they purposely nerfing the character if they're this fucking powerful? Well, there is a reason for that. If they actually gave that person what they're saying they can do, there is no gap. There legit is no gap for them to calc just how powerful the other combatant could be.
Yeah.
So I would assume they're probably going to just use a basic level Magneto in order to kind of bridge the gap between, okay, here's Tetsuo and here's Magneto. Yeah, not a big gap, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of that, he's fought like Hercules, Rogue, Havoc, and Havoc did that. I think it was Havoc. He did that that star feat in Korra vs. Storm. But they scaled Storm to. Yeah. Cyclops, whose optic blast could affect the Juggernaut with enough force to rip a small planet apart. Might I add? Heck, this guy. Heck, Cyclops has pulverized adamantium. So I mean, you know.
Well, also too, Magneto can manipulate adamantium because, spoiler, the main popular X-Men character that he fights, his bones are made out of the fucking stuff, and he can just manipulate him like it's nothing.
Yeah,
he can twist his body in a ragdoll way, or in one of the X-Men cartoons, it was Wolverine and the X-Men, when they all fought Magneto, all of the X-Men fought Magneto on his island. He toyed with them individually. He had unique methods of defeating all of them, some of them being Cyclops, Kitty Pryde. And then with Wolverine, here's what he did. He pinned him to the wall where he was trapping Kitty Pryde, and he made one of his claws come out to basically try and stab her in the face.
And might I remind you, after Tetsuo's arm got sliced off, guess what he uses to have a good. Oh, hey, what do you know? Magneto is metal.
It's the master of magnetism.
Oh no!
Go figure. Although that is probably something we should also bring up. I mean, at this point, Magneto might as well be a psychic. Like,
I mean,
he's not, but he might as well be. Like the guy has like
he's not just. Go ahead.
Like the guy has like casual reminder that there is iron in a person's blood. So that's just one thing, but also like he's affected like gravity mostly because of the magnetic poles. But shish. He's like lifted mountains or something. And mountains don't have much metal in them. He has like an astral form like Doctor Strange because, you know, magnets. Like this guy is not limited to magnetism, despite
Metal.
what the name might tell you.
No. And in that regard, neither is Tetsuo, but here's the difference between them. One has experience with his psychic powers, whereas the other one has very little experience with them. Like, one can use his powers in a multitude of different ways. He can use it like a scalpel, he can use it like a blunt instrument. Like, the sky's the limit with Magneto in how he incorporates his power set. Whereas with Tetsuo, from what I see and from what I've seen, he uses his powers in a very brute force method. Like, he literally just uses them very one-dimensionally. He doesn't really have any tactical ways of using his powers.
Yeah.
He might as well just be a wrecking ball, and Magneto might as well just be a bulldozer, or I guess the other way around.
Yeah. Also, a couple resistances. I don't know if Tetsuo has like power nullification of any sort. But if he
No.
But even if he does, Magneto resists it because Rogue was unable to do anything to him, despite her power. And this is a chick that her power absorption not only worked on, but also knocked out Thor.
Yeah. And she also stole Captain Marvel's power set.
Yeah. Also, so I know Tetsuo's a psychic, but I don't know if he has like mind powers of any sort. But if he does, Magneto has resistances to those too because he was able to fight off foes like Psylocke, Emma Frost, and of course Charles Xavier.
Well, also too, his helmet that he iconically wears. His helmet is designed to shield himself from psychic attacks.
That's its entire gimmick.
So even if Tetsuo did have, I think he does have mental attacks. He can get inside your head and manipulate you. But even then, I would say they're not as potent as someone like Emma Frost or Xavier.
Yeah.
And, once again, helmet.
Yeah. So, really, the only thing working in Tetsuo's favor here is that he has crazy regen.
This is true.
Really not going to help him, honestly.
But
you want to know how you can
you
want to know how you can deal with crazy regen? Nuke the son of a gun.
Yeah. Well, okay. What is crazy regen to a guy who can put up a fucking force field around him?
Mm-hmm.
So even then, his regeneration is kind of nullified because even if he regenerates, he can't do any damage to Magneto because that force field is tough as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Xenog, I know you mentioned this, but I just read this on the prediction blog. Bringing a metal arm against a living magnet.
Yikes.
It's like Captain America throwing his metal shield at Magneto.
And also, sorry, go on.
No, or Iron Man coming in one of his metal suits to try and stop Magneto.
Yeah,
to be fair, that kind of worked out for Tony, though.
That's fair.
I mean, yeah, and also not to mention, well, I don't know how stable Magneto is, but like Tetsuo's like kind of he's
He's
very
stir crazy.
like he is very crazy. Like he's not there mentally, and like it's kind of the same. Well, to my understanding, it's kind of a similar thing as Wanda Zatanna, where freaking.
Yeah, Magneto is pretty good at keeping his cool.
I was gonna say Magneto is like it's rare whenever things disrupt his mental concentration.
Yeah, so it is kind of similar to Wanda Zatanna in that way. Or like someone who's like not all there in the head and like has mental flashes of Akira and like all that stuff, and like compared to Magneto, like who just basically cools ice.
This guy pulled through both world wars, so I mean.
And losing his fucking family, for God's sake. Well, okay, that was the only time he did quote unquote lose it, but even then it was understandable. And so the dude has mentally been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
This dude survived the freaking Holocaust.
That alone says a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah. Which on that note, Magneto also has like a crap ton more experience. But that's just kind of par for the course. That's kind of par for the course. Yeah. I've noticed when you're like, one is a Marvel character and the other is not.
Well, I mean, even again, it's like Magneto just has he has like 4 or 5 decades worth of experience that just eclipses anything Tetsuo has been through, whereas Tetsuo, like, he does have his raw power is impressive, and it was stated to be the best they've seen in his universe, but even then, it's like, that's all it just is. It's raw power. Eventually, like Z-Dog said, it wasn't good enough. Like, he was even warned, if you try and mess with Akira at this rate, you're gonna die. Yeah. And he did.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah. This is another stomp fight.
Yep.
Man, it's great to have Akira on this show.
I think you mean it was great to have Akira on this show.
And like to be completely fair though, is there a Tetsuo match where he doesn't die? Like, come on,
that's a good point.
There's that. It's kind of like one of those.
I feel like there was one people. I think I've heard a suggestion against Mob. I think I've heard he wins that.
Probably. I don't know.
I haven't really kept up on Mob stats.
So but like like that in a sea of like, it's not.
It's either, I mean, who on earth thought it was gonna be Mob? Let's be real.
Like for real. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was literally just like Magneto or Mewtwo, and both of them like. Both of them pile drive him into the ground.
That's putting it lightly.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, Mewtwo was the closer one, but like it's not that.
Well, I mean,
it's not like it's
I mean, Mewtwo. It's not like Mewtwo redirected like a solar system level tree or anything like that. No, definitely not. And then you throw a Rainbow Rocket into the mix, and it's like, well, there's no point in doing this fight now.
We had this conversation last time. Stomps can't be fun. Yada yada yada. You can.
Yeah. I mean, heck, this fight was actually. Fun fact: this fight was actually supposed to happen last year.
Oh yeah.
So,
that's
put
cool.
that into perspective.
Yeah, man.
So yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like we sped through this a little bit, but that's.
I mean,
kind of partly because, but like, I don't know. It's cool. It's happening. I still would have preferred YouTube, admittedly, but whatever. I'm not mad because, like we said when we predicted or when we were going over the tease characters, and I think also during the season, like Magneto is like one of the Marvel characters that's like, how the heck has he not been on yet? So
Really.
like, cool he's here, and like Akira is also.
To be honest, like I would have liked Mewtwo. I'll be real. I would have liked Mewtwo, but I am happy that it's Magneto. Because like I said, like it is like this guy has been like really overdue for this show, and like
he really has.
And like, okay, yes, sure, Mewtwo is in absolute need of a good episode, but at the very least, he has an episode. It is garbage, but it exists.
That's fair.
Magneto's got no that. Although he does have he does have a pretty solid DBX, so he does have that going for him. I actually went back and rewatched it, and I'm like, man, this fight's actually really cool.
Yeah, no. Well, I think if it was Mewtwo, Tetsuo would have stood more of a chance.
Yeah, but he still would have died.
That's not saying much, but it is true.
It's not saying much, but he still would have, and even then, he still would have died. And now he's Mewtwo.
Oh well.
Anyways,
but no, it's cool, and I am glad this gave me an opportunity to watch Akira, so that's neat.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't say it earlier, but it's fine. It left me more confused than anything, but it's cool.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, but no, neat. Yeah, and also would like to mention to any of those people who say that Death Battle isn't keeping their thing on new franchises.
Oh gosh. Okay, you want me to talk about that real quick? Okay.
Wait. But this is like our fifth. Hold on. League, Demon Slayer, Boys, Invincible, Akira. We just need one more, and we're gonna match the amount that season 4 brought us. Just saying.
Yeah.
Unless I'm miscounting. But yeah.
Hold on.
All we need is Boba Fett, and then that rounds out the teased characters for the first half.
Yeah, and
spare a thought to anybody who, I mean, watch how it actually is him, and this is gonna make me sound stupid, but spare a thought to everyone who thinks it's gonna be Star-Lord.
Oh boy.
I mean, watch it actually be him, and this makes me sound really freaking stupid, but
Or I'll send it to the poor age things Twitter.
Y'all, if it is Star-Lord, y'all are gonna have to title this the episode Richard's not most wanted.
Gosh, but
I hate that matchup. I'm sorry.
I mean, hey, if it's who we think it's gonna be. I mean, hey, that'll
it's
be
another new franchise. So
that'll be the one who's past season 4 in new franchises.
It's gonna be a character that Peter Cullen did the voice for.
Yeah, how can you say no to Peter Cullen?
I know, right?
Gosh.
Anyways, I'm gonna do a thing real quick where I count the new franchises of most seasons, seasons 1 and 2, notwithstanding. All right, I'm gonna go backwards because I freaking can. So season 8, Shadow Ryuko, that's 1. Kill la Kill, Attack on Titan, Kung Fu Panda, Steven Universe. Someone should be keeping count. I'm just listing them off.
You're at 5 now.
Okay. Dimension Steven Universe, because that's 1. Star Butterfly. WWE. Yes, that counts. Shut up. And I'm not sure how I count Kool-Aid Man, but alright. And then Popeye.
8. 9.
Oh,
9.
You forgot Helsing.
I did forget
And
Helsing, you're right.
That's 10.
Thank you. Yes, so 10. Cool. Season 7, what's up?
There you go.
Akame got killed.
So, like,
1.
Danny Phantom, Jake Long,
2. 3.
Sailor Moon.
4.
Is Archie Sonic? No, I'm not gonna count Archie Sonic.
Yeah.
Soul Eater.
And then
5.
I'm the boys.
The boys doesn't count.
Okay, so
Okay.
just 5. So.
Yeah, just 5.
I almost want to count Darkstalkers to the memes. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. So that's
bastard.
so that's 5.
Yeah.
All right, so we already might have more than season 7. Go figure.
There you go.
All right, season 6. Ben 10.
1,
Persona. F-Zero.
3,
Full Metal Alchemist.
4,
Yu Yu Hakusho. Castlevania.
6,
Mob Psycho. One Punch Man.
7, 8.
How do I count Dark Horse? Do we count that? Is that a whole thing? Or
Dark Horse?
yeah, because the mask.
Yes, it is its own. It is its own comic company. Yes, it's independent.
Okay, but like, do we count its own individual properties, or do we just say Dark Horse like Marvel?
No, it's I think really
Individual properties.
Okay, then just the mask.
Yeah, let's just say the mask, because
Either way, it counts.
yeah, that's 9.
That's 9. All right, cool. Season 5. What's that? Let's see what's out.
Wait. Did you miss Castlevania?
No, I did not miss Castlevania.
Okay. Wait, did you also count My Hero?
Yeah.
No, I
Say.
didn't. I didn't. You're right.
10.
All right, My Hero. Yeah.
That's 10.
Me going backwards is screwing me up. Because I saw Zuko Todoroki and I'm like, all right, there we go. Anyways, season 5, JoJo, Fist of the North Star.
1, 2.
Oh my gosh, season 5 has so freaking many. All right,
Oops.
JoJo, Fist of the North Star, Crash, Spyro,
3, 4,
Kingdom Hearts, Kid Icarus,
5, 6,
Resident Evil, Dead Rising,
7, 8,
Tekken,
9,
Samurai Jack, Afro Samurai,
10, 11,
Elfen Lied, and I think
12.
that's it. Yeah, that's it.
12.
12. Good lord, and
Gee.
more than half of that is in 4 episodes.
God.
So go figure. All right, season 4. This is the one that Z-Dog brought up, so this one's important. This one's special. This one's special. All right, Tomb Raider, Uncharted, DuckTales,
2,
Shovel Knight,
3, 4,
Voltron,
5,
Right.
how do we count Smokey McGruff?
those are PSA characters, so they are their own thing.
So
Okay,
they
so I
count. Is what you're
They
saying.
count.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
guess those.
Yes, those 6.
That's 6. That's it. No, wait, no. 7. Bleach.
There you go.
All right, so I might have gotten it a little wrong because I forgot to count Smoking McGruff because I didn't know how they counted. So,
Okay, but to be fair, we're 6 episodes in. So,
Yeah.
do we want to cut
Yeah,
season?
so-
Do we want to cut season 3? Ah, screw it. All right.
By the way, this episode's over, so I don't know if we have another time.
Discussion on this episode's mostly over.
Yeah.
Okay, season 3, Dante, Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, Bayonetta,
3, 2,
Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter,
4,
Twisted Metal, Red vs. Blue,
5, 6,
Overwatch, TF2.
7, 8,
I almost cut a King of Fighters, but I forgot about my
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim, One Piece, and Fairy Tail.
9, 10, 11.
No.
Sick. All right. Flash forward to season 9, and I know we're only 6 episodes in, but only 2 episodes don't feature new franchises. So,
Yep. Well,
funnily enough, both of them feature Marvel characters. So,
Man. Season 5 was insane with new properties.
I mean, like 4 episodes in a row has new franchises only. So, like,
yeah.
That's true, and they did, and that was the most requested season.
Mhm.
Yeah, which was really peculiar because a lot of those episodes didn't do very hot.
No,
Like Jotaro and Ketro and Sora and Pit did not do very well, and I'm very surprised at that.
Yeah, I know. You would think, yeah. It was obvious that Samurai Jack's episode was going to do pretty damn good, considering it was the first it was the second hand-drawn episode, and it came out a year after season 5 had ended, so
Yeah.
there was still that
Yeah, that
hype.
makes sense. But like, JoJo's is huge. JoJo's and Kingdom
Yeah,
Hearts are
JoJo
huge.
Yeah.
It's true, yeah.
And like, it's Jotaro
Weird.
of all people, like probably the most famous character in the franchise. So like, weird.
Yeah.
It's weird that it didn't do very well.
Really odd.
Just like it's weird that Jonathan and Tanjiro still hasn't gotten to 2 million views.
Yeah, that's very peculiar to me. Anyways, and fair point to note that we're still only 6 episodes in and still in the first half. So
Yeah. I just wanted to point out the people who are complaining that, you know.
So yeah, all you people who are complaining, you know, I don't know why I trust people to reserve judgment until the season is over.
Yeah.
I don't know why I do it anymore because clearly they don't.
No, they don't care.
Because man, season 5 was looking to be the worst season ever when 3 episodes in a row are downgrades. Then Crash vs. Spyro comes out, and all of a sudden the season skyrockets. And it just never dipped from there. Never, ever. Yes, I know what that implies. I liked Sora vs. Pit. Screw off.
I too like Sword. Wait, what? The people don't like Sword versus Pit? Fuck them.
Not really. I've seen it not be as popular. I don't know.
Oh, well, fuck them. Also, too, I can say that now because guess what? I'm retired from making Death Battle content on my channel, so. You want my Death Battle opinions? You come check out the bros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Represent. All right.
So we're done, right? I think.
We pretty much wrapped up very easily.
Yep. So, and who knows? Maybe I was thinking maybe we could have a bonus episode. I don't freaking know. We'll think of one next time.
It's it's.
We've just been
wait,
rambling for the past minute.
Well, wait.
Does Richard
I
have an idea?
Little. Yes, I do. I do have an idea. Although I don't know how much we can really dedicate enough time to it. But you know, if you're willing to go with me on it, screw it. Desk of Death Battle is back.
I kind of want to cut this out because it's members only.
God dang it!
Right now.
Well,
Maybe wait to talk about that until it's public knowledge.
Okay.
I mean,
fine,
it might as.
fine,
I mean,
fine.
it might. Oh, okay, actually, it might as well be public knowledge because people won't shut up about it. But screw it. Desk of Death Battle's back.
yeah, sure. I mean, who knows? This might get up after.
Yeah, who knows? They might put a video out tomorrow or something. I don't freaking know. But yeah, Desk of Death Battle's back. People couldn't keep their mouths shut about it when the cast was members only, so we're gonna talk about it now, I guess.
Huzzah!
Neat.
Jocelyn is getting her show back. She's gonna be fully animated too, as opposed to the live action dumpy closet she had in the show's heyday.
This long, but thank you. Finally.
Yeah.
I have to wonder how much of Jocelyn's appearance in DBX was like a test. Like, how much would people really be excited about this character coming back?
Yeah.
Like everyone was, a lot of people were. What do you know?
What do you know? It's almost like people actually missed Desk of Death Battle. Who would have freaking
Yes,
guessed?
I am one of them. I loved Desk of Death Battle. I loved, like, it introduced people to a lot of things they didn't know about. You know, like Bruce Wayne time traveling back in time after being hit by Darkseid's Omega Beams, and then his own mother hits on him.
Because comic books. Although to be
True.
fair, that is a Back to the Future plot point. So
Yes.
okay,
And it also
I take back
introduced
my
me-
because comics.
And it also introduced me to the failed live-action Wonder Woman TV pilot.
Wait, what? Okay, to be real, I stopped watching Desk of Death Battle after a while. I don't remember when I cut off, but
Yeah.
I cut off
Yeah.
at some point, and then the show just ended.
Yeah, 1D had her own live-action TV pilot. So did Aquaman.
Huh? Go figure.
Yeah. And it was supposed to be a spin-off of the Smallville series. They even got the same actor who would go on to play Raphael in the Michael Bay TMNT films. Yeah.
He dodged
and
one
it's
bullet
also
just to get
responsible-
shot by another.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't actually hate. I mean, I haven't seen the second one, but I like the first one.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just me. But whatever.
Nah, it's cool. But yeah. I'm excited for Desk of Death. I've loved Again, I said it. I love Desk of Death Battle. I really like the concept of it, and it actually now makes sense that in universe, Wiz and Boomstick have an intern that does all of this fucking research that they just use, but they don't credit her. Like, that's a good concept.
Yeah.
And
And
BrobusCast
she's an
does bring
IT
up a
girl
good
now.
wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, they call her the IT girl in Macho Man vs. Coolie Man.
Oh, okay.
So she got
Okay.
promoted. No, I was about to say she got promoted. She got hired.
Yeah.
Yay! He's come a
Good luck.
long way from getting Boomstick his beer.
Oh, she probably still does that.
That's true. Although BrobusCast does bring up a good point. Her coming back last year for DBX, that must have been a test pilot to see if fans would be interested in seeing her show come back.
Yeah.
I've been also attached to rolling Macho Coolie Man.
Well, that too. Yeah.
Yeah, that too, and her other appearance this season.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think her appearance in Wanda Tana was like obviously, like, people was like, all right, well, people obviously are happy to see her back, so let's just go ham with her.
Although that does raise a question that I'm curious about.
What's
If
that?
Desk of Death Battle was coming back, does that mean DBX is being put on hold until next year?
Oh, I don't think so.
Are you
DBX
sure? Because
DBX is huge.
no, but it's like
it is
like,
their
we're close to.
it is their secondary
Yeah.
show. Like,
Yeah, no, but it's like we are close to June, and it would be around this time that we would get some kind of an update on DBX.
well, remember, we didn't get much word on DBX last year until Link versus Cloud was coming out. So
Yeah.
I don't know. This doesn't seem that. I mean, like, even like for season 7, the only reason they announced DBX as soon as they did was to basically lay out the plan for the year, because like they were like, all right, we're gonna go on hiatus to get a break, and then DBX is gonna take over, so you guys have something.
And then Death Race is going to come out.
Yeah, but we didn't know that at the time.
That's true.
Oh, by the way, I guess I mean, no one was really asking, but no, Death Race isn't coming back yet.
No.
We there was a lot of things going on at the time when they were making that. Well, more specifically, DoorDash hasn't responded back yet. Or any sponsor really has really said like, hey, we want to sponsor you, do another show for us. We're like, all right, we'll bring Death Race back.
So
Yeah.
So
I don't know. To me, it's like when they say Desk of Death Battle will be coming back and it's actually going to be fully animated, that does kind of make me wonder. It's like, okay, with them being as careful with the budget as possible, does that mean does that mean that Desk of Death Battle will be taking over while Death Battle is on hiatus and DBX won't come back this year but next year? Because again, I can't see them splitting the budget two ways for both Desk of Death Battle and DBX.
That's fair. But
I don't know.
Because
I
let's
feel like
say
if- I feel like if Desk of Death Battle was taking DBX's place this year, they would have said so.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they might. There is no reason to suggest they won't, but I'm just saying it's like, realistically, I can't see them doing 10 episodes of DBX and another 10 episodes of Desk of Death Battle, and they're basically having to split the budget, meaning that, okay, most of it has to go to DBX, but then the other half has to go to Desk of Death Battle for the animated segments.
Yeah, like for the animated segments, it's probably still going to be like I don't think Jocelyn's going to be on screen for like the entire show.
As far as we know.
So they might cut down a little bit on her. So I don't know. I'm not. I mean, like I said, if it was replacing DBX this year, they probably would have said something about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they
see.
probably will come closer to the season mid-season finale, because that's when we'll have a general, like, especially at RTX, they'll most likely just lay out the plans.
Yeah. Yeah, since I timed it. Apparently, the mid-season finale this year is coming out on the last day of RTX. Go figure.
Yep. Yep.
And it's also coming out like on YouTube on Independence Day. Sarge versus Soldier, maybe.
Who knows?
It's probably gonna be Boba Fett's fight.
Probably.
I hope this mid-season finale is a surprise, but at the same time, I mean, also, has anybody noticed that last two seasons of Death Battle, like the 7th episode or the penultimate episodes were cartoon fights?
This is true.
So I mean, maybe
Jenny versus Robot Boy, Mordecai and Rigby versus Finn and Jake.
Who knows? Yeah, but then if they do that, they're gonna have Boba Fett be the mid-season finale, and that's lame.
I mean, if it's 3D, it would be fine.
I mean, I'm mostly
because,
joking, but
okay, that's fair. Because we know that we know that Boba Fett's fight has to be a 3D fight, just because 3D model or tons of 3D models for Boba Fett.
Okay, actually, on that note, so this probably means absolutely freaking nothing, but Ismahawk posted like their work reel on Twitter.
Yes, to celebrate Danny Shepard, the co-founder's birthday.
Yeah. There's a fireside chat tomorrow. That's cool. I'll be sure to check that out. Being a member is fun, yo. Anyways, my point aside, so Ismail posted that, and that's whatever. But Ben went ahead and did a quote tweet on it. Hold on, I'm not sure I find it. He basically said something along the lines of like, "Man, I wonder if we should hire these people for." Yeah, okay, huh? These guys seem pretty cool. Do you think we should hire them for something? I smell foreshadowing. That's all I'm saying.
Another live action fight, perhaps?
I mean, again, it probably means absolutely freaking nothing. It's probably just it's probably just a nod to the fact that they've hired them twice. But at the same time,
I don't know.
it makes me raise an eyebrow, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, they did first announce their partnership with Izumahawk on RTX a couple of years ago when they revealed the trailer for Nightwing vs. Daredevil. So
yeah, and then they hinted at another one for season 7 during cast, like early in the year.
Exactly. So I think it's probably a good time to do another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, at the risk of causing potential like hot topic or people coming at me about the state of the world right now, but it's gotten better, I feel.
Yeah, it's tolerable.
So I don't know. I mean, again, like there's probably a bunch of world events I've missed because I don't like paying attention to news. I just go to Twitter for media, not news outlets, because screw news outlets.
Understandable completely.
So I try to avoid those at all costs. I say try. Emphasis on try. But from everything I've seen, it looks like things are better. So I think I could be wrong, but I think things are in a good enough position for them to do another live action fight this year. Obviously that's on them. If they don't think it's safe, frick what I say, I guess. But again, what Ben said, it just makes me raise an eyebrow. It's just something I'm going to keep an eye on.
This is true, but this is very true.
And I say that because maybe, I mean, I don't know how they handle it, but it's possible they could do something with Boba Fett.
Yeah, like maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if they do have something in the pipe special for Boba Fett's episode, because again, Boba Fett did get a show this year, and
which I actually watched. I don't know if I said this, but I actually watched it like just last night. Actually,
nice.
That's good.
I actually spicy Star Wars take, because I actually had a pretty decent time with it.
Yeah, first 4 episodes are great. Hell, the last couple of episodes just derail and are not about him. But either way, I'll save that for Boba Fett's actual episode. Well, another thing too that's obvious that we're going to get at RTX is because they've done this at every RTX, they will most likely give us a sneak peek of what the back half is going to look like.
Probably. At the very least, they're probably going to show off like an episode.
Yeah. So yeah. If you're going to RTX, which there's no word on or not if I'm able to go.
I know Mate's going. So
Mate is going.
Good,
Amber is going.
Good for him.
Lucky.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
look, this all started because we were talking about how people complaining about new franchises are stupid.
Yes, it's true.
Yep.
So like, yeah. Basically, the bulk of our discussion is over. So I think we're pretty good to wrap up.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Yep.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed Omni-Man vs. Homelander. If you didn't, that sucks. I feel so sorry for you. Hope you guys are looking forward to Magneto vs. Tetsuo. Sorry we're late. but by the time the YouTube release, you probably don't care.
It's true.
And if you complain about the amount of new franchises we don't get, maybe hold off because we're 6 episodes in.
And I have a very good feeling that the back half is going to deliver a shitload of new franchises.
Yeah, even the researchers are like, man, if only they knew the full lineup. I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of something you should say every season. Is what I'm saying. It's like, man, if only people didn't. I saw people complaining about the matchup lineup when Wanda vs. Zatanna came out, and that's the second episode.
Come on, okay, come on.
Really, guys?
I get it. I mean, well,
I
no,
don't.
I don't really, but
I don't get it.
Whatever.
Whatever. So if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. If you didn't enjoy, I mean, what are you gonna do? Dislike the video? And hope you guys are looking forward to the fight coming up and our discussion for it afterwards. Yeah. See you guys then. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.